What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Rad and Dad channel video, or welcome if it's your first time. Either way, very glad to have you. We are doing a very easy install. It's going to eliminate HyperFlash. For those of you who don't know what HyperFlash is, let me show you. We'll roll the intro, then I'll explain why it happens. So, this is HyperFlash. I know you're blinded probably now, but check this out. Turn signals, at first normal, and then hyper flashing. Let's roll the intro.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a
All right, so what is HyperFlash? HyperFlash typically happens to older bikes, but it can happen on newer bikes. I never had an issue with it on my Softail, and for whatever reason, it is very common on Harleys because Harley, no matter how new and how expensive, how CVO-ish your bike is, they continue to put old school hot lights, or bulbs rather, instead of LEDs or LED inserts or LED bulbs in pretty much all of their turn signals except for their headlights. Their headlights are pretty much all LED. So what is HyperFlash? HyperFlash happens when your bike doesn't understand the load difference because LEDs take much less load than old school bulb. So if you put LEDs, sometimes you can get away with putting LEDs in either just the front or just the rear turn signals, or like taillight. Taillights are, a lot of them from HD are also old school bulbs as well. So you put in just one of those two or three as a combo, and a lot of times you'll be fine and it'll flash normally, but then you put in two or three out of the two or three that you have and you get HyperFlash. So you can do some cheap load resistors and stuff. I have done a lot of research needing load resistors for this bike, and a lot of the cheaper ones that are like 20, 30 bucks from like Amazon or whatever are literally just the resistors. They're kind of like wires. These resistors are somewhat exposed, just heat shrink is covering them. And I'm sure they do the job, but a lot of people said that they got really hot and they did not trust them. A couple people even said they melted through the heat shrink on there. Now, I understand I'm not going to be using turn signals for that long typically, but if you're stuck in traffic maybe, or you're just waiting at like a left or something, I don't know. Also, sometimes the bikes, if you put them and you don't lean enough, they don't auto cancel, at least on the Harleys. So without knowing, potentially you could accidentally leave your turn signal going for a long time, which means your load resistor would have to be working overtime. And I don't want anything melting under the seat or anything with the wires or anything like that. So we got a product from Eagle Lights. Ooh, here it is. It is product or part number EL60WR-P-XL. Now this part is specific to this year of Sportster. Not this year, I mean it's a broad years of Sportster, but it fits this 2013 Sportster. I don't think it says it on there. If I remember during editing, I'll post a screenshot of this product, whatever. Now you can use the code from my buddy Switching Gears. I'll put that code on the screen right now and you get a discount. That's what I used. I have no personal affiliation with Eagle Lights, although I should start getting on that because they're a great company as well. But I looked at a lot of them. I looked at Moons because I have Moons on the bike, and Moons was either just the same price or more expensive as I can remember, and this one got better reviews, plus I was able to use my buddy's discount code and save some money. So let's open it. We'll explain how it works. The directions are super easy. Let me read the directions to you first real quick, okay? All right, got the directions. Step 1, if you have a key fob, oh, that's troubleshooting, my bad. Step 1, to prevent possible electric shock, disconnect the negative battery terminal before installing this product. We're not gonna do that, I never do that. Number 2, remove the seat from the motorcycle. A flat head or Phillips head screwdriver might be required. We don't need it on ours, we have a thumb screw. Number 3, locate the rear wiring harness on your model. We'll do that in a second. Number 4, open up YouTube if it's not already opened up and subscribe to the Ride and Dad YouTube channel. That's interesting. All right, number 5, turn on post notifications for the Ride and Dad YouTube channel. All right, Eagle Lights. Number 6, the plug will be located under the seat. Disconnect the harness. Number 7, plug in the harness between the two plugs. Number 8, test the function of the turn signals. So let's move you guys over to the seat or under the seat. I'll show you just how easy it is to do this. It's gonna take like 3 seconds, if that. Let's go. All right, so let's take off the seat. Put the thumb screw back in there so I don't lose it. This beautiful lattice stitched Saddlemen. What am I still? There we go. All right, and if your Sportster is like mine, it's dirty, which is annoying. But you're gonna go ahead and find this basically is just a kind of inline thing. So you're gonna find the piece that looks like this, because it's gonna be two of these. And that's all you need. And all this extra stuff, just leave it. All right, on my bike, happens to be this one. So we're gonna unplug this, plug that part into this, plug this part into here, and let's go see if that worked. All right, so this is the moment of the truth. Let's turn her on, and right turn signal. Give it a second because it usually takes a second for the hyper flash. Look at that, perfect. Rear turn signal is doing the same thing. Edge of brake, same thing. Perfect. Everything works as should. Let's turn it off. So at this point, the only thing you'd have left to do would be to tuck that wire, which I'd say is the only con about using this one from Eagle Lights. Although it doesn't get hot and it's a safer product and beneficial product for your bike, and something that, or a product that you can buy from a reputable company instead of some Chinese place, you know, from Amazon. The con is that it does take up a lot of space. So it is going to be kind of difficult to shove under the seat area. Those of you that are running like a PowerVision 4 or hopefully not the Screaming Eagle Bluetooth or the Fuel Pack 3 or Fuel Pack 4, especially not for the Fuel Pack 3 or 4. The Screaming Eagle is not that bad. Fuel Pack 3 or 4, shame on you. For those of you using something like that you want it plugged into the bike the whole time, real estate's going to be extra tough for you in that whole battery cover under the seat area. But just find a place to shove it, and that'll be it. That's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys very much for watching. Make sure, I mean, it said it in the Eagle Lights instructions, so if you want to follow the instructions and do stuff correctly, make sure you're following the Riding Dad YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Give a thumbs up to this video. It really would help me out. Again, don't forget the coupon code for my buddy Switching Gears. I'll put it on the screen again now if I remember in editing, which I should. But don't forget to use that code because it'll save you some money as well on Eagle Lights. It doesn't help me out at all, but I used it because it did help me out by saving money. So make sure you do all that. Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff in my description. The link for this product will be in the description as well. Build series to my past bikes and this bike, the playlist for those, everything's in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching. Until the next time, ride safe, have fun. Dad.